Hello, you're welcome back to Project Management Demystified. Right, so I think this is episode 19 of our Agile project management series, focusing on the role of a Scrum Master. And in some of the episodes, I've tried to touch on some bits and pieces around being an Agile coach or a release train engineer. Right, so in this episode, this might be the last episode, just in case I can't really think of another thing to add to this. However, there is always something to say. I could go on and on and on and on and on, but I would just have to stop at some point. So, in this episode, let's just talk about agile transformation. So we use the word transformation a lot, and it's around changing the way organizations behave and organize themselves. So while the role of a Scrum Master focus on teams, so if you're a Scrum Master, your focus will be on your Scrum team, and you could have multiple Scrum teams depending on how your organization is organized. So you could have more than one Scrum team, but you are just focusing on making the team improve continuously, supporting them to adopt agile way of working, agile mindsets. So they are breaking things down. They are learning from experience. If they worked on something and it took 2 weeks, then that's data, that's information that they can take on subsequent sprints or subsequent iterations to say, the last time we did this, it took 2 weeks, so we would assume that it would take 2 weeks, and give space for some buffers around differences in context. So a Scrum Master will, if you are in an organization and you have multiple Scrum Masters, then Scrum Masters should try as much as possible to come together and form something that they can call maybe a community of practice. So Scrum Master or Agile coaches or release train engineers or product owners, they should just come together to form a community of practice. And what that does is it gives momentum. It gives them that energy to be able to come together and drive improvement in the organization. So if one Scrum Master is trying to drive agile transformation in an organization, it'll be very difficult, it'll be challenging. But if there are 10, 15, 20 Scrum Masters in the organization or in a department, and they are regularly looking for ways to improve or drive agile transformation, that increases the likelihood of that working. And some of the ways that can happen is, so how does the organization plan? The popular way to plan is for us to say, put everything we want to do from start to finish on a planning system, on an Excel spreadsheet or on any system. And that could be, depending on the size of the project, it could run to months or years. But what Agile is saying is the Scrum Master will be guiding the teams and teams within the organization and at leadership level to say, what is the least amount of effort we can put in to deliver value so that we can get feedback from customers as quickly as possible. So in a traditional environment, you could spend time to put a plan together and then maybe 6 months to put the plan together eventually, and someone has to sign that plan off. That plan in itself might not necessarily deliver value to customers or clients. But if you are taking 2-3 weeks to plan and you're planning what is the next feasible thing that you can do that would deliver value, that would that you can ship to customers. I'm using the word ship. It might not necessarily be ship. That is a service that customers can use and say, okay, this is what we want or this is what we don't want. That is a better gauge of value delivery to customers. When customers actually use the system, that's the best way you can know if what you're delivering is fit for purpose or not. So all I'm trying to say is try as much as possible to avoid marking milestones. So plan complete, test complete. Those are just milestones, but let's focus on customers using what we're building and then being able to give us feedback. That is agile transformation in a nutshell. Let me just leave it there for today, and I'll see you on the other side. Cheers. Bye-bye.